They say he has 3 games left. And honestly, this is a joke. An absolute joke. 3 games left. What is this nonsense? Generally in life, if you're giving somebody an ultimatum, you're at the end of your tether. You don't really have faith anymore. You already feel that things are broken and potentially beyond repair, but especially in football. And this infuriates me because I know what this is going to get boiled down to. Someone clipped up a video of mine the other day, and I see other prominent YouTubers laughing and cackling because even the aggregator that's clipped it up has said Terry Flewers doesn't want Amorim sacked. And that isn't what I've said at all. And we're going to delve into it in more detail. And especially if you're a rival watching, please stay with us. Please listen to what I've got to say. I really want to get your views and opinions as an outsider. But hit the like button, please, if you haven't done so already. Get yourself subscribing. And really importantly, turn on the bell notification button as well. You can also become an official member of my new channel. That will go a long way to supporting, what we're trying to do and what we're trying to build here and across our other platforms. But like, share, subscribe, and of course, turn on that bell notification button. Whoever thinks 3 games, giving someone 3 games is ridiculous. If this report is true, it's just ridiculous. And I'm more focused on how the Man United board are handling this current problematic period for Man United than I am judging the manager. My reason for that is very simple. And you'll see this from a lot of YouTubers. You'll see this from a lot of content creators and a lot of the fortunate Man United fans who get to speak publicly about our football club on some of the biggest platforms in the world. Everything is so basic. Everything is a silver bullet. There is magic. There's a magic pill that solves all of our problems. They are snake oil salesmen. Point blank. There is no manager that comes in that fixes us. Now, you may get a better win percentage, and I agree. I think Areola, I even think Southgate could get us up to around 50% win ratio. I do think he could do that, at least in the short term. But that would peter out until this squad is fully built. What system, what formation are we going to use? Whichever one we pick, there's holes in it. There's holes with 3 at the back. There'll be holes if we go 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1 because we don't have a left-sided winger. Our centre-backs have typically struggled when playing 2 at the back because they're isolated and more exposed. It's years to fix this squad. We can't start ignoring this. We shouldn't be. Equally, we know we can get to a 50, even to a 60% win ratio, and Man United fans are not happy because the previous 3 managers achieved that, 2 of which were winning trophies, and we were still, as a collective, hounding them out the football club. So drop me out. Drop me out with this nonsense of I'll just be happy if we start winning a few more games. No, you will not. You just won't be. There is zero patience because there is not enough understanding about the root cause problems at Manchester United. And it is driving me insane. It's driving me insane hearing lies, misinformation and mistruth pushed about this football club. And I already know there'll be people in the comments saying, Terry, what's the alternative? Just keep Ruben Amorim. No, I do think we should look to move him on. But if Ineos are sitting there seriously and saying, look, we'll give him until the international break, get it done now. When you behave that way, when everything is ultimatum, final chance, if you mess up again, we're over. Your marriage is going to end if you act like that. If you and your wife, you and your husband sit down and say, listen, we've been going through a tough time. You've been telling me some lies. I'm going to stay. We're going to give this a go. But one more lie and I'm gone. The problem with that is I'm not advocating lying, but there are times where people do it and they think they're doing it for the right reasons. You know, it might be, I'll give you an example. Your partner doesn't like your best friend and she's asked you to stay away from him because he drags you down dark paths. And you may agree because you've got kids or you've got a business and you can't be going down that road. Okay. But maybe he's in a really dark space and you're really worried about him. So you, after work, go, right, I'm going to go and have a drink with him. I'm going to go and see him. Oh, if I tell the missus, she's going to go crazy. I'm only seeing him this once. I'm not going to say anything. Sometimes people don't tell you the full truth, not because they're being wicked or vindictive or nasty. They just think in that moment it's the right thing to do. That comes out a month later that you saw him. I'm leaving now. It's over. I feel like if a relationship is on that tenterhook, if it's right on the edge, you're probably better off not being together. Because the idea that one of you isn't going to make a mistake at any point is crazy. And if you're at a point where it doesn't matter if that mistake's in 1 week or in 10 years, when it happens, you're gone, you're better off ending. Because at some point it will, okay? The same with, I feel very similarly about the manager situation. If Ineos is looking at this and saying, he's so close to getting sacked, if he doesn't turn it around in the next 3 games, he's gone. Well, what if we draw with, what happens if we draw with Chelsea, beat Brentford and beat Sunderland, but then lose the next 3 games? Are those 3 matches that he won then going to give him another 10, 20, 30 games? Do those 3 games give him the season? Or is he still always on the edge? Because if it's 1 or 2 bad results away from losing your job, you're almost admitting it's not working, so move on anyway. So again, I know that you're a very good community we're building here, and I know you've got a brain, and you'll understand it. This isn't about defending Amorim. It's about looking at the process, looking at how we're operating, and does that fill you with confidence that people thinking like that, behaving like that, are going to deliver results, find the right replacement, and actually take us back to where we want to be? That's my whole issue here. And all I keep hearing is, 3 at the back. Oh, let's go 4-3-3. Why are we looking at... For me, that's superficial right now. It's superficial. It's like considering where we're going to go, Harley Street or Turkey, to get our teeth done. Are we going to get a spray tan or a fake or a sunbed tan? It feels superficial. Am I going to go grey gracefully, or am I going to use Just for Men on my hair? It feels superficial because Man United have got these deep-rooted issues that we haven't fixed. And I really do mean this. I don't wish to sound horrible, and it's not my intention. That's why I'm saying it up front. Until the fans start pushing and talking about the root cause problems, the media are going to ignore them. And I think if the media are ignoring it and the fans are ignoring it, and we're just begging and asking for superficial short-term fixes, which a new manager is, there's proof of it, because we've done that. This would be the 7th or 8th time on the bounce, where we blame the manager, they're the problem, a few players are the problem, we change. This time round, we might get a new manager bounce. We might get 3, 4, 5 results where we're buzzing, but we will end up back here again if there's no plan, if the squad isn't built, if it isn't built timely. And I think that's a real important thing for me. That's the real important thing here for me, because, you know, Man United have just released their accounts for the last year. Real big improvements. Operating costs down, employee and salary levels down, commercial levels up, match day revenue up. TV revenue is down, but that'll peter out this year because of what we've planned for. And at the end of the day, like, United are in this position where 2 years ago we were losing over 100 million a year. That's down to around 18 million. So the money is there or thereabouts to be spending. In fact, record revenues are now at the football club. Expenditures down. There's money there. So we need to put pressure on the owners to build this squad quickly. But we need to know how we're trying to play. Because I don't want us dropping another 50, 60, 100, 200, 300 million on Ruben style just to change and go to a manager that plays 4-3-3 and wants centre-backs that are good enough to play 2 at the back rather than okay with 3 at the back, and players that love to touch hug the touchline. Now, Mbeumo and Amad are okay on the right, but we have nothing on the left, and we need to make sure we're building for how our coaches want to play. And it should also marry up with how our academy operates. And as much as I understand the frustration towards... as much as I like the... I understand the frustration that we have towards the manager, how we're playing, how we're performing. It isn't good enough. And I absolutely agree. I concur. But this idea of, 3 games, then he's gone. I just feel that we're being dragged into the same patterns that led us to ruin in the first place. Snake oil salesman. The magic pill. And I've said this before and I'll say it again. This is what people are doing. There are people that do this online, and this is how I think these Man United fans operate, the media operate in this. You know, you get those people that were 25, 30 stone, and suddenly they've lost 10 stone, and they look really good, they're losing weight, they're getting in shape. And you know as well as I do, they've had their sleeve done on their stomach, or they've taken the Manjiro. We know they have. You can tell by how they look. You can tell by their appearance that's happened. And that's fine. There's no issues with that. Losing weight is a good thing. But then they're sitting on TV saying, I take this pill. I bought this pill at Holland and Barrett. It costs $3.99 for a bottle. You take one a day for 30 days. That has helped me lose 15 stone in 9 months. Come and join me. And it's fake. It isn't real. You know, I promote some health food products some things I drink, some shots I take in the morning. But at nowhere do I sit there and claim that shot, that one little thing is the reason why I'm able to do what I do, achieve what I achieve, whilst being a dad, walking a dog and running multiple businesses. No, that is about getting good sleep, going to the gym, eating as healthy as possible, drinking up to, I do this, I don't know how many litres are in here. It's almost 2 litres. I drink like 3 of these a day. That's how I do it. And this is the problem with Man United fans. This is the problem with, and I was part of that for a long time, the media, is everything with us is take this one pill and you are fixed. And we've got to stop deluding ourselves. Because until we start pushing for our club to operate in the right way, I just don't see it being fixed. I'm losing faith by the day. Look, I want your views, I want your opinions on this in our comment section below. Take care, goodbye, God bless, and I'll see you all soon. Peace!